boys and girls, welcome back. So happy to see you again. Today we're going to be doing Kids Toolbox for Personal Safety, and we're going to be talking about a different kind of personal safety today. Let's start today's lesson with this poster right here. This is a picture of a mom and her son, and they're crossing a busy street in San Luis Obispo. Do you know any crossing the street safety rules? You can say them out loud. I bet you said, look both ways and listen. That's a really important safety rule. We always want to look both ways when we're crossing a street and listen for cars that might be coming. Can you think of a different crossing the street safety rule? Yes, it's right in this picture. Do you see the mom is holding hands with her son? It's very important and a really important safety rule for you to hold hands with a grown-up when you cross the street. Here's the reason. You're 5 and 6 years old. You're little, right? But your moms and dads are tall. And so a car can see a tall person even if they can't see the small person. So then a car will see you in the street. If you're a small person crossing the street by yourself, a car might not be able to see you. What other crossing the street safety rules do you know? Let's look at this. Do you see this green light right here? When we're going up to a crosswalk and there's a light there, the green light means go. The red light means stop. That's right. This right here is counting down to 0, which is when you want to be across the street. So we might be able to push the button to cross, and when it's green or a green hand, that means we can walk. If it's red, that means we have to stop, because the traffic from the other way is saying go. How about these 2 white lines right here? Those are called the crosswalk. We want to make sure we're in the crosswalk between the 2 lines when we're crossing a street, if there's a crosswalk there. So let's go over that again. If we want to know the crossing the street safety rules, we're going to hold hands with a grown-up. Let me also tell you something else. When we start off the curb holding hands with a grown-up, do you think we should hold hands all the way across the street? Or can we let go in the middle and run across? You're right. We want to hold hands with a grown-up all the way across the street till we get to the other side. We want to walk between the 2 lines. We want to follow the color of the light. Green means go, red means stop. And then we're looking and listening for cars as we cross. What could happen to someone who doesn't pay attention to the crossing the street safety rules? Yeah, we could get hit by a car. We don't want that to ever happen, so we follow all the rules about crossing the street. That's crossing the street safety. Let's do a scenario with crossing the street. Here's my friend Max, and let's say that he invited his friend Chris over to play at his house. Let's play soccer. That's a good idea. But you know what? We have some friends coming over and there's not much room in my yard, so let's play soccer in my street. Oh, that's not a good idea. Okay, let's play basketball in my street. Oh, that's not a good idea either. Football? No. Tennis? No. Dodgeball? No. Why do you keep saying no? Well, because it's not safe to play in the street. Oh, you're right. We should not play in the street. Well, if we're going to play soccer, where's a good place for us to go play? I know. What about the park? Yeah. Well, that's a great idea to play at the park. We could also, we could even play soccer at the beach. Yeah. It's probably not a good idea to play in our street, right? Wait, what about Frisbee? Nope. Can't play in the street. But don't forget, if we leave the house, we've got to take a mom or a dad to be with us. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, let's talk about my next poster. Here's a picture of a boy named Dominic. He invited a girl from his class over to play with him. Her name is Molly. While he was there, he said, Molly, come in the kitchen. Inside the kitchen drawer, There's something my mom keeps in there, and if you want to, we could play with it. Uh-oh, do you see what's in that drawer? That big blue is called a lighter. You know what comes out of a lighter? Fire. That's exactly right. So there are some things in kitchen drawers that are not for children, but adults do use them, like a fire lighter, or the lighter that was in that picture. A lighter has fire that comes out of it. What could happen to a child who chooses to use this lighter? Yep, you're right. They could get burned. They could also burn things in their house, right? So we never use a lighter. But I want to show you a couple other kinds of lighters that maybe you have seen before. Have you ever seen this kind of a lighter? Yeah, those are smaller lighters that we also have grown-ups using for lighting fires or things. You may have seen those before. Those are also a lighter. Since they're a small lighter, does that mean a small kid can use them? Nope, because they still have fire that comes out of them. So lighters are not safe for children. But you know what? Sometimes they design lighters that look really cool like a toy, and it makes me worry that kids will think they are toys and want to play with them. But even though they're bright and colorful, are they a toy? No, they're still lighters. Check out this one. This is my super cool lighter. Do you see it? It's a dolphin. But you know what it really is? A lighter. So if we were to find something like this, we just put it away because kids don't play with lighters. I want to show you something else too. Have you ever seen these before? These are called matches. They also make a fire. By the way, if you were to find something like this on the ground somewhere, please don't pick it up yourself. Please bring a grown-up over to where you see it and have a grown-up pick them up, and they can throw them away or keep them. But we don't want kids ever touching lighters and matches. So what we're going to say is a lighter and matches are not ever for a child to use. We want to be safe, so we don't use these until we're a grown-up. That's a really important rule about fire safety, right? So we've learned some important rules today. One of them is car safety, and the other one is using a lighter safety. Really important rules that we need to know to keep ourselves safe. It's been so much fun to be with you today. Thanks for being here with me. See you next time. Bye.